If you're planning on getting married in Great Smoky Mountains National Park, there's one thing you absolutely have to do first, and that is get a special use permit. It doesn't matter if it's just the two of you or if you have a group of even 15 or more, you cannot legally hold your ceremony in the national park without one. The application process can feel a little bit overwhelming at first. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. If this is your first time coming across one of my videos, welcome. I'm Katie Mae. I'm an elopement photographer based in Knoxville, serving couples in East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, and beyond. I help couples plan their perfect elopement days, from finding the perfect location and navigating permits, to of course documenting it all with beautiful photographs that they can treasure for years to come. With all that being said, let's dive right in. You're going to search Great Smoky Mountains National Park wedding permit in your preferred search engine. If you're using Google, I'd recommend skipping their AI overview and going straight to the official source. As of August 2026, I've seen information in the AI overview that isn't always accurate or up to date when it comes to park regulations. So instead, just click that top result, the wedding and permit page on the official National Park website. I would highly recommend bookmarking this page because it's going to be your go-to resource while planning your ceremony. It covers everything from approved wedding locations and group size limits to decorations, parking, and other important restrictions. When in doubt, always refer back to the National Park Service itself for the most current information. I would definitely recommend reading through this page fully before actually submitting anything. There's a lot of really helpful information in here about what you can and can't do in the park. And you'll want to make sure you're actually okay with those restrictions before deciding if a Smoky Mountain elopement is right for you. Once you've read through everything and picked your preferred ceremony location, date, and time frame, your next step is going to be to email the park and make sure your preferences are still available. Go ahead and click the emailing your request to us link, and you'll get a little pop-up where you can enter your information. I'm just going to type out a quick sample request so you can see what this would look like. For subject line, you can put something like wedding permit or sub permit for elopement and maybe like the month that you're going for. For the category, you will choose permits. You won't need to fill out the address section. Then in your message, make sure to include the main details the park needs to check availability. That is going to be your preferred ceremony location, date, and time frame. And then you'll just click submit. In my experience, it can take anywhere from a day to about a week to hear back from the permits office on availability. Don't worry if you don't get a response right away. Once they do confirm that your preferences are available, you'll be ready to move on to the special use permit application. You'll find the application linked on the same page you bookmarked earlier. The park requires you to submit it at least 30 days before your ceremony, but I definitely recommend getting it taken care of earlier if you can. Make sure you include anything you're planning to bring or use for the ceremony on this form. That includes equipment, supplies, decorations, and make sure to read those permit conditions carefully so you know exactly what is and isn't allowed. I'd also recommend giving yourself a little wiggle room when you list your expected numbers of guests and vehicles, just in case those numbers grow a bit as you get a little closer to your wedding date. Once you have that special use permit form completely filled out, you'll want to go ahead and save it and download it to your computer. Your next step is going to be paying that $50 non-refundable application fee. The link to pay the application fee is also on the page we bookmarked earlier. You want to make sure you use the same name here that you used on your special use permit form. When it asks you to select your permit, make sure you choose the application fee option. Once you've completed your payment, you'll receive a payment receipt at your email address. To officially submit everything for your special use permit, you'll want to draft a new email and attach both your payment receipt and your completed special use permit form. You're going to send that email to this email address. Once you have that sent off, congratulations. All of the paperwork, at least the hard parts, are now over. Now you'll just need to wait for the permits to officially process, which can take up to a few weeks. Eventually, you'll receive your special use permit to your email address. Save that somewhere safe on your computer. And make sure you print a copy to bring along for your wedding day in case a ranger does happen to approach you, so you can easily show that you have permission to be there for your event. I know that this has been a pretty information-dense video, so feel free to leave a comment below if you have any lingering questions about the permit process, or just about eloping in the Smokies in general. This process can definitely feel pretty confusing at first, but I hope this video helped answer some of your basic questions. As always, I am not an employee of the National Park Service, and I definitely don't claim to know everything about their regulations. Make sure to do your own research and double check the National Parks website for the most current information, because it's ever changing. Everything in this video is current as of August 2026 that I know of. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more Smoky Mountain elopement content and information, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and see you later.